3 is the magic number. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris and welcome back to another video, another top 10 Stranger Things video, and today I'm going to be ranking my top 10 favorite Stranger Things trios. There's great duos in this show, but there's also great trios because the characters all around are just so lovable and well written. But before I get into my top 10 favorite Stranger Things trios, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below your favorite trios from the show, and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future Stranger Things videos like this one. So coming in at number 10 for me is going to be Mike, Will, and Jonathan. Now this is a duo that kind of developed more so in season 5 as they're kind of headlining the California storyline. You've got a brother relationship and then like a best friend relationship that's kind of on the rocks lately. So I like to see how it kind of developed over the course of 4 seasons. Obviously, season 4 is probably the lowest point of their relationship, but in season 1, Mike and Will are besties, and Jonathan as well is always kind of giving advice to Will, is there to look after his younger brother and his younger brother's friends, so they just barely slipped in on this list. Number 9 is actually going to be 11, Mike and Dustin. Throwing it back to season 1, as these three had a great camaraderie during their whole entire storyline when they're trying to find Will. They have some great moments in the gym when they're making the salt bath for 11, and all around they just have a great friendship. Number 8 on my list is going to be Max, Lucas, and Erica. Kind of became a thing more so in season 4, as these are the 3 that have to go to the Creel house and essentially summon Vecna as a part of the plan. Now obviously Max and Lucas kind of carry this, but Erica adds a nice little dynamic to it as well, some comedic flair, but obviously the heart of it is Max and Lucas, one of the better duos and relationships in this entire show. Number 7 for me is going to be Hopper, Joyce, and Alexei, one of my favorite trios in Stranger Things season 3. Alexei's this Russian scientist who doesn't speak English very well, and he ends up being handcuffed to Hopper as they venture through the woods to try and go find Murray. It provides for some hilarious bits. We reach a point where Hopper's just over Alexei, wants to kill him. Alexei is just ignorant to everything, and Joyce is kind of like the happy medium between the two characters, and obviously what happens to Alexei is heartbreaking in the end. Number 6 on my list is going to be Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan, the love triangle that will never end. In season 1, we get the most of these characters together as there's that moment where Steve has the bat and they're all kicking ass, but each individual relationship in this trio makes it such a great one. You got Steve and Nancy who have their romantic history that's kind of a roller coaster ride. You've got Jonathan and Nancy who become a thing moving into later seasons 2, 3, and 4, and they're kind of on the fence right now. And at the core of this trio is Team Stancy or Team Jancy, the question that we all want answers to in season 5, of course. It's the real true love triangle in the show, which just makes it that much more interesting. Before I get into my top 5, make sure to hit that like button and comment your favorite trios from the show down below. Number 5 on my list is going to be Max, Lucas, and Dustin. We get a lot of these characters in season 4, and one of my favorite moments is when they're all looking out in the water as Steve, Robin, Nancy, and Eddie are all getting ready to, go to Watergate. They're going to jump out and explore down below, and we see Steve take his shirt off, and then Lucas is just looking through the binoculars, and Max takes them and is just looking and staring at Steve shirtless. I mean, who wouldn't do that? It's one of the funnier moments in the season. There's also a really funny bit between these characters at the end of season 3 when Max and Lucas are seeing Neverending Story kind of poking fun at Dustin. There's just a lot of those types of moments with this friendship, and you can tell they all have a great bond. Number 4 on my list is going to be Steve, Robin, and Nancy, a season 4 trio. These 3 characters are in the Creel house in the Upside Down. They're trapped together. They kick Vecna's ass together. But I like the dynamic that we've got going because Robin and Nancy have this weird beef between them, mainly Nancy thinking Robin is romantically involved with Steve when she doesn't really know Robin like that. And they kind of have a nice little friendship that develops when they go and interrogate Victor Creel. Of course, Steve has that romantic past with Nancy, but Robin's kind of the middle ground because she's trying to help Steve out when it comes to, setting up Steve and Nancy, and she's trying to be nice to Nancy as well. So there's just a lot of moving pieces in this trio that make it one of the better ones. Number 3 on my list is going to be an OG season 1, Mike, Dustin, and Lucas, the 3 friends that will do whatever it takes to find their friend Will, who's in the Upside Down. These 3 characters are like the core kids in season 1, and we rarely get to see them all together as we head into the next few seasons. They go on a full-on adventure through season 1, riding their bikes, going through the woods, doing whatever it takes to try and find their friend Will, and it almost feels nostalgic when I look back at some of those pictures or rewatch those episodes, seeing how young they were and just seeing this group together. I'm excited to see them all back together in the final season because the Duffer Brothers said that season 5 is taking it back to where it all started in season 1. Number 2 on my list is going to be Joyce, Hopper, and Murray the Bald Eagle Bauman. This is one of my favorite trios in the show with ease. When they all go undercover and dress up as Russians in season 3, it's awesome. Seeing them in the Russia storyline in season 4 is also great stuff. Murray kicks ass with the flamethrower. Hopper's just that guy, and then of course you got Joyce, and there's just so much comedy between the 3 of these. I think my favorite moment in this entire trio is when they're all riding in the car and Alexei is in the back seat next to Murray. Joyce and Hopper are up front, and Murray's going off about how Hopper and Joyce won't admit that they have feelings for each other.
You admit your sexual feelings for one another. No! Spare me! Spare me!
It's definitely one of the best bits in the entire show. This is easily a top 2 trio for Stranger Things. But taking my top spot has to be Steve, Robin, and Dustin. Steve and Dustin are my favorite duo in Stranger Things, and adding Robin to that duo just takes it to another level. In season 3, when Steve and Dustin are trying to crack this Russian code, and then Robin comes in and does it with ease, she just adds a really interesting dynamic. You've got Steve and Robin in season 3. As an audience, we thought they were going to be romantically involved, and then Robin comes out to Steve, and then Steve and Robin become besties, and Dustin is easily the most lovable character in the show, so all 3 of these characters on screen together makes for something special. I hope we get more of this trio moving into season 5, because we didn't have much of it in season 4, but they honestly carry a lot of the storyline in season 3. Scoops Troops forever. But that's going to do it for my top 10 favorite trios in Stranger Things. Again, let me know yours in the comments down below, and make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, as I've got more Stranger Things videos coming very soon. I've also been posting a lot on TikTok and Instagram recently. Feel free to follow me over there. Those are linked in the description down below. I've also revamped my Patreon lately, so if you want to get more content like this on a weekly basis, you can check that out. The link is in the description down below, and I've got some Stranger Things merch launching pretty soon, so stay tuned for that as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great weekend, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.